Number 13. That's an easy number to remember for death. Okay. The malaligned and misunderstood, number 13. We'll begin with the Margaret. Oh, I gotta stop saying this. Rachel Pollack's Shining Tribe. Look at a great card that is. Let's see what she has to say. Well, she has a lot to say about the death card. It's quite long, but let's read the beginning and then the end, the divinatory meanings. She explains all the symbiology on this. Let's go with the first paragraph. She flings up the lid. She plucks all the flowers. She swims in the evening. She rests in the sunshine. That's kind of a positive take on the death card. Okay, and she goes on to say, death does not indicate someone dying. Instead, it signifies the death of old patterns or worn-out behavior. It implies radical change and trust in the future. It still may be a difficult experience, for often we resist such change and the release it requires of us. There are situations where the card can indeed refer to physical death. These occur when death is already an issue in the person's life. For example, if a person or someone else has a terminal illness, or if someone around the person has recently died. Then the card reminds us of death's impact. Margaret Peterson. Entering the formless, changing of clothes, flaming like a sunset, travel on the path to nowhere, wisdom of the serpent, the thread cut, no longer separated we expand, stepping out of oneself, death old crone, with your flaming cloak you take what needs to be transformed. I'll read that again. Entering the formless changing of clothes, flaming like a sunset, travel on the path to nowhere. Wisdom of the serpent, the thread cut, no longer separated we expand. Stepping out of oneself, death old crone, with your flaming cloak, you take what needs to be transformed. You take what needs to be transformed. Pretty awesome. This is the Japaritsa. Perhaps the most misunderstood and unnecessarily feared card in the entire tarot deck, death does not speak of physical death, but rather refers to impending, profound mental transformation resulting from the progression described in the previous cards. This is more a card of transition and regeneration, as indicated by the flood of new births issuing from the expired figure wrapped around the conventional symbols of death. So there's another, the death, and then there's all these, there's a new body here. Snakes, transformation, and then there's someone else being born here. A divinatory meaning, a significant change, a revision of attitude or perspective, an ending or transition. And finally we have the Gypsy Palace. This card refers to the natural end of something, the last farewell which will not leave doors open behind. This transformation is a necessary part of our lives. It keeps the balance in nature. Although leaving parts of our lives behind is painful, doing so makes space for new life to be born and grow. The soul is eternal. It will be mysteriously guided between known and unknown. The soul's journey is beyond our physical borders and is endless. The end is always the beginning at the same time. The end is always the beginning at the same time. That's pretty cool. Keywords: ending, transformation, making space. So there you have it. The Death card. Very different renditions of it as well. None of them in the traditional sense, except there's a skull here. That's about it. There is a skull there. But there's other things going on. Okay. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.